Oh, hella beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm B, and on this channel we help you improve your confidence by way of compliments using the wonderful world of fragrance. If this is your second video or more, we ask that you hit the subscribe button and you can come back to rock with your boy. Now, when I think about one of the most talked about fragrances out there on YouTube and Fragcom and just fragrances in general, this one here, Eros from the house of Versace, stands out for sure. Now this one is the original fragrance released in the original bottle, in the original batch, and over the years they've begun to do things differently. Some people talked about the fragrances switching up just a bit. They've also released flankers of this fragrance, but at the end of the day, this one is a super well-respected scent, despite what I put out there years ago about this one being a bit outdated. And I feel like this one has changed with the trends just a bit as we get into some of the flankers. But today, if you enjoy this fragrance and you want to mix things up just a bit, I'm going to give you 5 fragrances that you can use as an alternative to Versace Eros. The first fragrance up on our list today is technically a cheapie, and this was a gift to me by Chad over at the channel A Gentleman's Journey. And listen, I think this fragrance is really nice and represents what it should in a great way. To a point, all right? So this fragrance is said to be inspired by the Los Angeles mountain scene and ocean, but I don't get that at all in terms of what it's inspired by. The fragrance is Guess 1981 Los Angeles, but to me, this fragrance is surely inspired by Versace Eros. Now, when I talk about this one being inspired by, this one is super close in terms of what this fragrance smells like. There are some slight variations within this, but I think if you are looking to purchase a fragrance that is similar to Versace Eros and also be a little easier on the pockets, then I think that this fragrance is a steal for sure. This one comes in a 3.3, I believe, or 3.4 ml presentation here. A little fresher than the original Versace Eros, if you ask me. 25 bucks though for this fragrance is what you're going to pay for it, what you can expect to pay for it. I think if you're paying over $30 for this fragrance, you're probably paying too much. All right, so I think that this one is a nice pickup scent, works well, long lasting, and if it's not long lasting for you, it's easy enough to reapply this fragrance and be done with it. There are a few Guess fragrances in different cities and different years, but this one here, Guess 1981 Los Angeles, is on the list today and a superb alternative to Versace Eros. Now, the second fragrance I have on my list today was also a gift to me, also from Chad over at the Gentleman's Journey, and I think he sent this one with the maple syrup, or maybe there was another one that he sent with maple syrup, but listen, man, Canadian syrup, listen, it's dope, all right? But I digress, all right? The fragrance that we're talking about today comes from the house of Trussardi, and this one is Trussardi Uomo The Red, all right? So as you can see, this one comes in a red bottle, not to be confused with Trussardi Uomo, which comes in a black bottle with, I think, gold accents, so do not confuse the two. Now, like the other fragrances on today's list, this one is a compliment-worthy fragrance. This one has a warm feel to it and is really a unique aromatic scent. There's some unique notes in this one when you think about Versace Eros, right? You're gonna have some clary sage within this fragrance, violet leaf, geranium, galbanum, and listen, the list goes on. It provides a slightly boozy feel here as you get some cognac within this fragrance, as well as a little spice with that nutmeg within there. That opens up there for sure. Yeah, this one's a nice one. Listen, Chad is the king of the cheapies, if you ask me. He does cheapie videos a lot to make sure that it's easier on your pockets, and you can really find some true gems if you're checking into his channel. So if you have not done so, be sure to check him out. I'll leave his channel linked and listed down below, but this one is a steal, and being that it's from Chad here, it's probably one that's going to go easy on the pockets for you, all right? Uomo The Red from Trussardi. Now, we're at our midway point on the list today, and this next fragrance is vibrant, it's intense, and one of those scents that you would wear for that special close encounter activity, all right? And the fragrance comes from Armani, and this one is Armani code Profumo, all right? So the Profumo version here is one that has gotten a lot of love within Fragcom, and I think it's for great reason. All right, overall, this fragrance is one that you can wear for that date night. You're getting with that special someone. You're looking to make a great first impression, second impression, third impression, doesn't really matter. This fragrance is really that workhorse for you in that type of environment. Heading out to a date night, bar situation like that, I think this fragrance is definitely going to work and perform. Truly, you can dress this fragrance up or you can dress it down. I think if you look at the descriptive, it says that you can rock this one with an Armani tuxedo, Armani with Armani, that goes together, right? Designer on designer, that goes together well. Or you can really dress this thing down. I think you'll be good to go. This is that bad boy black shirt, black jacket, and you are ready to attack the day. This one is sensual, it's woody, again, vibrant, intense. Armani Code Profumo from, well, the house of Armani. Now, the next fragrance on this list was not one that was love at first sniff for me. In fact, it was like, yeah, okay. But as time went on, this is a fragrance that I think has a place, and therefore it has a place on today's list. This fragrance comes from the house of 24, and this one is 24 Elixir, the Rise of the Superb. I think I said that correct. All right, it's a very long name. Now, this one is this woody, sensual fragrance that tends to have this citrus freshness to it that really provides a delicate balance between the two. Smelling this fragrance, you're gonna think of amber, vetiver, patchouli. That brings that earthiness, that woody balance to this fragrance. But in terms of that freshness, think of orange, think of bergamot. Then there's also this floral component here. There's some geranium within this fragrance, and I think all of those components in each level of this fragrance really comes together well. That fresh opening that kind of bleeds into that warmth, earthiness of this scent really provides a fragrance that smells like it's a high-end scent without it truly being a high-end scent. All right, so when they really set out with this one, with the name, you would imagine that they were really looking to set the tone with this fragrance, and I think that this is one that could work as a great alternative to Versace Eros. Very similar situations that I would wear this fragrance in, that I would wear that fragrance in, right? So I would think of more of those cooler weather situations, whether it's fall, winter, you're going to be good to go there. Cold office situations, and you know what I'm talking about. You know that specific places, if you work in the office, you got a board meeting or something, some offices that you go to are a little colder than others, and they kind of drop the temperature to try to keep you up a bit, but it doesn't work. But this is one of those fragrances that would work in those situations where it's colder. I think it could cut through super easy, and the performance on this fragrance isn't bad either. So be sure to check this one out. 24 Elixir, the Rise of the Superb. All right, I believe that's the full name of this thing here. Check it out. Of course, I'll have a link to list it down below. And the final fragrance on today's list is, well, a slight cop out, but not really. Okay, I could have completely copped out and went with Versace Eros EDP, all right, but I did not. What I went with, it was Versace Eos Flame, and with this you get some of that DNA from the original with this fresh component added to it directly from the company, so you get that delicate balance a little more easily than some of the fragrances on today's list. Black pepper, rose, orange berry, lemon, all of those notes can be found within this scent. When I spray this fragrance, I get some of those fresher citrus aspects there, but then as this fragrance begins to die down, I'm quickly reminded of what the original Versace Eros was all about. I think this fragrance really does that well, and really pays homage and respect to the original fragrance in a super fantastic way. Now, do I think Versace Eos Flame is the best fragrance out there? No, I don't. All right, I think I was very clear when I talked about that in the original first impressions of this scent. I think everyone was so excited to get this fragrance and thought it was going to be different than what it is and what it turned out to be, that a few people were let down with this one. Do I think this is a horrible fragrance? No. Is it the best fragrance out there? No. But is it a good alternative to the original if you enjoy the original? Yes, I think it is. So be sure to try this fragrance out, Versace Eos Flame, to really provide you some different takes on the original that are, let's say, Versace approved. All right, so those are 5 fragrances on my list today that could be a great alternative to the original Versace Eros. All right, so be sure to check out some of these fragrances. If you have any others on your list and you care to share them down below, please do. As always, I'm your boy Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.